Got the mics. Introduce yourself and please talk into the mic.
My name is Brock Tapper. I'm a left-handed pitcher outfielder here at Northwest Florida State College. My sophomore year here.
Can you try that other mic for me? The light's supposed to come on.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Coach, can you just count to 10 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Go ahead and listen up in the comments, Coach.
Yeah. Well, it was a very competitive baseball game today, and got to give Southern Nevada a lot of credit. They certainly made the pitches when they had to, and had some big hits, key hits, certain times. And but I'm also proud of our team for the way that we competed in the game. There was no quit. We got behind a couple times and came back to the lead, got behind, come back, tied it up, and had a great chance there in the ninth. We had a line drive to left field, and probably 9 out of 10 times that ball drops, but they were playing it's just right, and give them credit for being in the right position there. Well-coached team. So, we were certainly disappointed in the results, but I'm not disappointed in our efforts and our willingness to compete, and we look forward to trying to bounce back tomorrow.
Kind of building off that, you guys fought so hard. That was a hell of a game. Just elaborate a little bit more on how you take these lessons from this game and, apply them and, to tomorrow's game.
Yeah, well, you never miss an opportunity to learn from a failure. And, we didn't succeed today. The ultimate goal was to try to win the game, obviously. But, there's a lot of things that you can take from this game that are positives. It was a tough environment. We coming from Tampa in our state tournament where it's 90 degrees. We're playing on short Bermuda grass, and but it's the same for both teams out here. It's not an excuse. But I don't know what the winds were, and sort of in the middle of that game. I mean, you guys may know, but I'm telling you, it was just tough to play the game. Period. For a pitcher to keep his rhythm and balance, because I'm standing at third base, and it's tough for me to, keep my hat on. I got the skull cap thing, and it's got some weight to it, and it was blowing off, and so it was just very difficult for both teams in the elements. And you factor in the rain and the cold. I mean, I'm freezing right now. I am freezing. My toes are frozen. So I mean, it was just a tough environment to play baseball. But you really need to give both teams credit. I mean, for the fans that braved today, and they were there. I mean, it was unbelievable. They stayed out there and watched that game. But they were treated, and to what I think is two teams. They were just fighting as much as they could and trying to overcome all the elements that was brought to us by the weather, and played really good baseball. I mean, you just simple things like a pop fly was an adventure. Mm-hmm. And from the wind and also the wetness of the grass. And so, it's just somebody had to lose. Okay, somebody had to lose, and we give Southern Nevada a lot of credit for doing, finding a way to win. But, I think both teams need to have a lot of credit for getting out there and competing the way they did, considering the elements.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys played a great baseball game today, had an opportunity to win it in the ninth, and then again in the 10th with that shot to third base. You guys played a great baseball game tomorrow. What do you take away from this game that you'll carry with you tomorrow?
Right. Well, regardless of the outcome of today, you're only going to play one game. And so, and tomorrow you're going to play one game. That's all you can do. And so, my message to the team will be just that, that today will not affect tomorrow unless you let it. Mm-hmm. We will regroup. Certainly we're disappointed. Obviously when you lose, you're disappointed. But one thing I've learned over coaching these guys for the number of years that I've coached, they're young guys, 18, 19, 20-year-old guys, and they're pretty resilient. They're disappointed. All right, but they'll turn the page, and they'll be ready to go tomorrow. And I expect us to play another really good baseball game. Now, if that's good enough, we'll see. I don't know. But I don't think that that we're ready to kind of pack it in or anything like that. I think our team, they came to compete, and they'll compete hard again tomorrow. I feel confident about that.
And just one for you. What was the feeling in the dugout today as like the wind kind of changed? You guys got the elements. What was it like being out there on the field and battling through that?
It was tough. We kind of just sat back as a group and kind of like, look, like we can't control the elements. We can't control what's going on. The only thing we can control is ourselves. And we just went out there and tried to give it our all as best we could. And even though we came up short, I'm proud of my team. I'll go to war with them with that whenever. It doesn't really matter because I know that they're going to give me everything they got no matter what. And that's all we can ask for. And that's it.
Anyone else?
That's it for me.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
And start with introducing yourself. We'll start with you, sir.
Time Tom. Nick Garatano.
Brady Ballinger.
Coach, opening thoughts on the game for me, please.
I guess this is what JUCO is. To sum it up, I told somebody before that this is CSM baseball. We played these games probably 30 times this year. The adrenaline goes a little bit more because it's on a bigger stage, and it was just fun to watch the kids respond again. And we got punched in the face a couple times. We played sloppy, to be quite frank with you. It was very uncharacteristic, but this is a big stage, man. We're talking about 18 to 20-year-old kids that we can't expect perfection from them. And if anybody does have that, God bless them. But I thought we showed a lot of resolve and a lot of fight, and this was a hell of a win against a really, really good team.
Question for Braden and Timon. elements are going against you guys, and you guys are still finding ways, to get hits, get balls to drop. How did the weather affect your plate approach and just, to win this marathon?
It's just sticking to our approach, and not trying to do too much, even though the wind was blowing out and stuff like that. But just stick to what we've been doing all year and just let it happen, And we've been pretty good about that all year. So, yeah.
I'd say about the same thing, just sticking to what coaches taught us, staying to our plan and executing it.
And Braden, you just a single side of the cycle, but you were just seeing the ball so well. Were you feeling good coming into today?
Very nervous,
Yeah.
to be quite honest, because it's a big stage, but I was reminded that it's just a baseball game, and thank you for the coaches to keep me down and keep me relaxed.
I'll start with you, Tom. So obviously, big home run to end the game. What is that feeling like when you're stepping up there, knowing that you have an opportunity to give your team a lead late in the game?
Yeah, like what Brady says, Coach does a phenomenal job on just keeping us humble and slowing the game down and just letting us just compete and not try to do too much, just be you. So I just went up there and just knew what I could do and just tried to hit a mistake.
And Brady, I'll go for you. We talked on whatever day I saw you, and you said country music gets you going before the games. And I was sitting down there, and I was like, I think this is the third country song in a row. And I saw you were on deck, and I was like, there might be a chance you get a home run. What were you feeling like when you stepped up there? I know you said you were nervous, but what is that feeling like when you get that first hit in the JUCO World Series?
I was very excited because it was a big hit to help my team, and I'm glad that we could pull it out, and it was just very exciting.
And Coach, for you, getting off to a good start with Brady somewhere and give you guys a little bit of cushion to kind of get you guys comfortable into this game. What did you think that did for your ball club to settle you guys down?
We're an energetic team whenever that stuff happens, and he's been a catalyst. Both these guys have been catalysts on that. He's been on fire hitting the long ball lately, and Brady's hitting at a high 440 clip. You guys got to understand, he played 56 games with a wood bat. That's his average. That wasn't an aluminum bat average. That's a 443 wood bat average. And it was used to get us going. It settled us down. And then they answer with it too. And this guy, I'll speak for both of them. They're both huge swings. They're trying to stay humble. Thank the good Lord. That's what we talked about. Huge swings. If he gets a ball in the air, it's going to go a long way. That's just who he is. There's multiple guys in this tournament that are that way, and he's one of them. So if he catches a mistake, it's, we knew that short porch over there with that wind blowing. Once he hit it, we knew it. He doesn't have to hit it far. It was a routine, probably fly ball in many fields, but not here. But they were big swings, and both these guys have done a great job to help us win. And I got to credit our pitching staff for just going at it, racking up 14 or 15 punches against the number 2 team in the country, according to the rank or whatever it is, the seedings.
Last question. For you guys to be able to finally swing some aluminum bats here at high elevation, it's got to be awesome.
I'd say it's very different than wood, and try not to do too much with them, understanding to keep the same swing moving of wood. It's very key to having success up here.
Yeah, I agree with what he said. He's just sticking to what we've been doing all year and not trying to do too much and just keep playing baseball.
Coach, you mentioned your pitching staff just a second ago. You used a good amount of pitchers today. What did you think you got from each guy that came in just to keep the momentum going, or are you just looking for a different look from different guys?
A lot of different matchup stuff. Those guys are all of our most experienced guys. The nice thing is thank the good Lord that we have a day off tomorrow to try and bounce some of them bullpen guys back. The guy that closed the game is a starter. He's going to the University of Kansas. He won 9 or 10 games this year, the Haro kid. But we talked about it. Our goal here is to win one game. Every day you try to win one game. The nice thing, it's not a normal tournament where you got to play a doubleheader, or our league where you play doubleheader in 24 hours. We're doing anything we can to win one game. We're 1-0, and now we're going to be 0-0. Come up here Monday morning. It's going to be really early for us. That's 8 o'clock Vegas time. It's like I told somebody, I said, I don't know if I can't remember coaching an 8 o'clock in the morning game since my son was like 9 years old. And here it is at the Grand Junction World Series. So we're going to have to get some rest, but I'm proud of these guys. It really is. It's our first win. We were here at 17. I know I was. We went 0-2, and it's nice to get that first one. And like we said, we always hit reset, and that's been our motto. And so many good teams here, and it's just I want to see us bring our A game like everybody here. And if we bring our A game, I think we have a chance to beat against anybody in this tournament. If we don't, we were very fortunate to beat Northwest Florida today.
Anybody else? All right, guys. Great job.
Thank you,
Thank you.
gentlemen.
See you Monday.
Appreciate you.